Ashamed of my past, I'm humble and backstage. Used to let drama come cover my airway. Mad I would horse around in my heyday. Covered it way back like ash and ashtray. Still in my cage, they gon' the last ray. Still I'm afraid of who from last bay. If ass was a red, I know more cat play. If the goal is the cheese, I'm on a rat race. I want to believe I own a bad cave. I really wanna be sincere with hand wave. No one understands your chase, so I'm great. Boy, fuck that, I'm great. I don't see a group, just followers and slave. Instead of the web, you listen to anime. Can't believe all the shit I did since last May. Simping the food plus more I can't say. Pivot like a dude removed from classmate. I've learned to appreciate things as handmade. Women want me, that chance I can't take. I've been T-bone before the sex state. I'd rather be alone and kill my gas tank. In a state I can form and please just act Jake. They rude to a queen that never lactate. But flies to beliefs with ones on back page. She came from your rib, don't mean she man-made. Away from the CDC, the last state. Red flag, apply the band-aid. Just ask, don't need to mandate. All I really want is ass and pancakes. Communication and cool as handshakes. Say go my best, I'm humble and backstage. From your past, promotion, catch later. When aim is the dance and miles in airspace. Peace more than 2-time fingers airway. This is just a bitch, it don't impress me. You wanna runway, bitch, that shit just makes me wanna runway, bitch. I take up like a plane on a runway trip. The real Clark Kent and some low-key glasses. I don't want your number, but I'm low-key asking. Your boy stay fly, but I don't need fashion. They shoot at your face and I don't need action. Back on the pathway, I don't dig around, they call me cash rate. I won't come around, don't wait, I'm not late. Only I can eat for me, I'm not Jay. I will hide my fleece when reaching my face. If you really want me, then wait on my pace. You call them on the thirst, at least I hydrate. The fertilized growth, we need the nitrate. On a different path, the same old highways. If that's what you want, then tell me by pay. I'm trying to shake you off to feel you vibrate. Then this be the proof, my life still gyrate.
Tell me if you can hear me. I haven't used this program in a while. I've been on my other channel, which I use StreamYards. I be getting them confused. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Let me make sure I got my YouTube set up so I can see it there. I feel like, I think, when's the last time I went live on this channel? Maybe 2 weeks ago. It was before the holidays, so it feels like it's been a while. I'm trying to convert the channel to do more edited videos. Trying to convert the channel to do more edited videos, y'all. So I can put them out a lot faster. My thoughts be more cohesive and put together. I hope I got the mic issue fixed where it's loud. I got this thing crunk high. Got it crunk high. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep up with the chat because normally I'm like 10 seconds in front of y'all, but with this program here, it's looking like I'm about like, maybe I should change the latency because I'm like way in front of you guys. Let me, I don't know if I can do it. Okay, let me see if I can do it. We'll see. If there's any issues, I'll try to change it. Yeah. Oh, y'all commenting now. I'm way in front of y'all. I said that like 5 minutes ago for real. But we're gonna try to make it work today. Hold on. I got my buddy. My buddy ain't plugged in. My buddy. There go my buddy. There go my buddy back there. Trying, you know what I'm saying, get my professional look. What's going on with y'all? I missed a lot. Things are coming up every single day. I was able to cover the topic of Kendrick Lamar's tour. Like that video, I was able to cover, what was the video before that? The first one I did the other day. Which actually did some good numbers on that video. That's crazy. Like, my memory is so shot. I did Kendrick. Oh yeah, his GNX outsells Drake's for all the dogs. Like, yeah, that video was just that topic alone was kind of wild for me because I'm just like, how can all of these people just not see that this man only put out 12 songs? 12 songs. And how can people not? On one hand, they say Kendrick Lamar smart. On the other hand, you don't think that they had a meeting? You don't think that Kendrick Lamar met a lot of people? You don't think that Kendrick Lamar knew if I put out the regular 18, he doesn't even need 23. If he put out 6 more, he was gonna beat Drake. So to purposely know, I beat Drake in every single category on what Drake actually covets. But I'm purposely not gonna try it on the album. I'm only gonna put out 12 songs. I'm purposely not gonna try it on the tour. I'm only gonna do 22 stadiums. To sit back, it's sort of like you got the guy shot, bleeding, dying, and you don't take the last shot. You just walk away like, hey, bro, it ain't even that serious, bro. You can have the record, bro. I don't even care. And that probably hurt Drake worse. The fact that he purposely just walked away and didn't even try. Because Drake, I know Drake would have liked to have seen Kendrick Lamar really try and push for it and then fail. He wasn't going to fail. But like to walk away and just tell Drake, you care about this so freaking badly. You care about this so bad. I don't even want it. Let me give you an analogy. Think about you think a guy like your girl, and you think like your girl not doing the appropriate things she's supposed to do to shun a man off. You know what I'm saying? She like, he all in the DMs and she flirting with her, and she like, I ain't flirting with him back. I just ignore it and I answer the other part. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't it hurt you worse? A dude look at you like, bruh, I don't even want your girl, but I can get it if I wanted to. And me and you both know. We both know I can get it if I want it. You know it. You see how she's smiling at me? See how she's smirking at me? That's not how a girl's supposed to act. We both know your girl got a crush on me. But guess what? She gonna stay faithful to you, but not by choice. She gonna stay faithful to you because I don't even want her. That's what Kendrick doing to Drake when Kendrick lay off of things. Like, I don't even want your record, little boy. Have that look. I don't care about that. Because I got something you can't have. I got longevity and a relationship with someone that actually cares about me, which was best covered by Pusha T. When Pusha T did an interview, in his interview, he was like, I had to study Drake. And I'm like, okay, your dad left. Okay, so you come from a broken home. That's why you go at everybody's wife. You know what I'm saying? Because you're upset. It happens to a lot of people. Everything they can control, they've done. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to get my job. I'm in control of this. All I got to do is work hard. And you do everything in life, but you can't have your mate because you don't have control over that. You don't really have, that's out of your control. Finding the right person to stick with and make sure that it's a successful relationship, but not just be with somebody for the sake of being with somebody. You don't have all control over that. If everybody that's on my body, my blick first, then God got me. Yes. What's up, y'all? What's up, Proud Glamour? What's up, Denise in the building? I got to get back over to my other channel. I'm trying to see what I want to cover on the other channel now that one season is over with. Before we get into the topics, you know what I'm saying? Your boy been gone for a minute. When I came back, so like, okay, I'm ready to do YouTube. But I want to get into some of these videos. I want to go back to recording videos, editing videos. I want to go back to being a YouTuber instead of just turning on my camera to live stream. Even though my live streams be lit. So for all my new subscribers who came over from my videos I just dropped recently, I'll be a little bit composed. I'll be composed in the video. I get litty in the live. You'll see if somebody come over in the chat trying to run their mouth. I get a little litty. All right. So before we get into it, just some incidentals out of the way, man. Everybody and their mama been talking about the Penguin, and I kind of put it off. I'm like, the reason I put the Penguin off because I'm like, it's got to be fire that everybody talking about a Batman villain TV show. So since I know it's fire, I'm gonna wait. So I came and I just binge watched the Penguin. That's the greatest show I seen this year. I was blown away. I was so blown away at the Penguin. Just as somebody who has a degree in writing, who writes screenplays, this was so well written. What they did, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. All I'm going to say is, and I put this as a post on my social media. I said, when DJ Academics heard Meet the Grams, and as soon as he heard Meet the Grams, DJ Academics said, hey, yo, Drake, you got to shoot this nigga. You got to shoot him, Drake. When DJ Academics said that, something happened in the season finale of The Penguin where I just couldn't help it. I said, yo, Batman, you got to shoot this nigga. You got to shoot this nigga, Batman. I didn't follow this dude the whole show rooting from him. This is a mafia show on the rise of a mafia going from the bottom to the top. And we get to the last episode, yo, you got to shoot this nigga, Batman. They saying Batman finds somebody else in the next movie. I don't care who the main villain is. I don't care about none of that. Batman, you got to shoot this nigga. You got, if to do a show like that and don't make the Penguin the main villain in the next Batman is just, it's insane. It's insane. So, bruh, if you seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not watched The Penguin, I don't care if it's something you're not into, you will love this show. You're gonna love it. Had to get that out of the way. And everything been good. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's starving. You know what I'm saying? Had to cut off alcohol. So I'm back to only my energy drinks and no carbs, no sugar, while being on the shot. So I feel miserable. But I'm still gonna keep it lit over here. All right, let's get into the first topic. Drake throws shade at Kendrick Lamar. I think somebody was on a podcast or a live stream, and Drake came in the comment section trying to poke fun at the song TV Off, and he tried to poke fun by saying custard. And while we at it, you know what I'm saying? If there's anything else I need to go on this lawsuit, which was crazy. Maybe it's something else I want to reiterate. I like reiterating things that I don't understand why nobody is talking about. But let's get up on this that Drake tried to throw at Kendrick Lamar, man. So I'm gonna be fair to Drake. I'm gonna be straight up fair to Drake. I don't see nothing wrong with Drake throwing shots. I don't. DJ Mustard threw shots at him. It's a part of hip hop. I ain't mad at Drake at all for throwing a little shot, trying to sneak in that he's in tune. We knew that Drake was going to listen to the album. His heart probably beat fast like he about to get a whipping when he saw that the album had dropped. My critique on Drake saying custard is that everything Drake does, he shows that he's not a part of our culture. Literally everything. So yes, you can throw your shots. That's all fair game, man. I don't think nobody should be calling you salty or anything like that. I think it's all part and it's giving us something to talk about in our videos, in our lives. However, I don't know no black man. I don't know nobody in hip hop who would throw a subliminal diss using the word custard. I don't know nobody who ever rhymed the word custard. I'm just like this dude can't catch a break. This dude can't catch. Of all the things he could have said, he wanted to say custard. What's up, Sticky Fingers? Sticky Fingers, when you hear this, you know I said it at 7 p.m. on the dot. I want to see how much in front of the live stream I'm at. I think I'm about 3-4 minutes in front of y'all. This dude said custard. And I'm like it's real. It's really real. And I think I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself. What threw me off was when I first heard of Drake. I heard of Drake rapping on MySpace. And the way he raps, it doesn't sound like he's not a part of our culture. It wasn't until I'm starting to hear all the other interviews come out, and then you start mixing that into him. Peter Rosenberg, He did an interview with Peter Rosenberg talking about, growing up in the Jewish community and went to a Jewish school and seeing where he lived, to where I had to understand, like, biracial can go both ways. I know some biracial kids, one white parent, one black parent. They blacker than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They super black because of where they raised. They raised up in the culture. But if you got that biracial kid and he grew up only in the community and stuff like that around, he's just not going to catch certain cues because he's literally on the outside looking in. A lot of people try to say that Drake is not black. Drake black because they're going to treat you like you're black. They may make you feel like you aren't. A biracial person going to get treated like they're black. I think it hurts worse when you say that, though. I don't think it's the way to insult Drake is to say he's not black. I think the way to insult Drake is he's black. Drake is black. But what kind of black man are you? What kind of black man are you? When Pusha T went into that same interview we talking about, he was like, he had to dissect Drake's life. And he started saying, like Drake has never given to anything. He never spoke out about any injustices. It starts pointing out right in your face that this man is disconnected from his black community. And they say, when it comes to a child speaking any language, they have to say a word within the first 3 years of their life, or that part of the brain shuts down and they will never be able to communicate or form words ever. This is why you see certain feral children, or they grew up with dogs, so their parents locked them in a cage, or the real life version of the Tarzan story, where you're like, okay, well, they're back in civilization. They're around people. We can raise them, put them in the classroom. They will never, ever know how to speak because they missed those formidable years when they were supposed to get that. So when Drake has been into the culture for the past 15 years, when Drake has been in Houston, Atlanta, surrounded by all of this culture, because he was never in it, that part of his brain never developed. And when that part of his brain never developed, there's certain things he's not going to understand, which I'm a cook, Andrew Schulz. That's why when you decide to do a diss, the word that you choose is custard. Custard. Like I was sitting here when I read it, I'm like, all right, he threw shade at Kendrick. Let's see what he's going to say. Custard. Lord have mercy. Help this little boy. Jesus, help this little boy. So, yeah. I want to say that threw me off, but it didn't throw me off. It was just weird. That's what I got out of Drake saying custard. Now, the one thing I want to reiterate, because I already did a video talking about the lawsuit, I do want to go back, because I thought when I said it, people, you know what I'm saying, streamers were coming over and other big YouTubers watching my lives and stuff. I thought people was going to pick up on this, but like, they're going off on Kendrick Lamar fans saying that it's a lie. Drake is not suing Kendrick. In the paperwork posted, I don't know how this private paperwork would get out unless somebody purposely leaked the paperwork themselves to make this a big story in case they wanted to shit on Kendrick Lamar's drop, which totally backfired. In that paperwork, it says that UMG told Drake, if you come at us and try and sue us, we're going to sue Kendrick Lamar. For the life of me, I don't know how everybody can read that portion and nobody's saying anything in the video. Nobody, like, we just glossed over that. If you sue us, we're suing Kendrick Lamar. So Drake has full knowledge of this. You think he cares? So he's officially bringing rap beef into the courtrooms because he doesn't like what the other guy says. And the crazy part is, another thing that people aren't talking about is, like, if everybody says something so much, it becomes true. So we're putting the PDF stuff in a pile of, that's just a lie. We're putting it in black and white. If you continuously put that in black and white, the narrative becomes true that Kendrick Lamar just sat in a chair and made up stuff. When Kendrick Lamar was saying this about Drake, and I'm listening, I'm simply thinking it's a diss. The worst part isn't that Kendrick Lamar said it. The worst part is the information fans, streamers, YouTubers, online sleuths start looking into these allegations of Drake just constantly being around girls hovering the 17, 18-year-old age. Not one weird thing, but tons of things. Tons and tons of things that you wouldn't feel comfortable if this dude wanted to be around your 17-year-old daughter. This not black or white. That's just preposterous. Is it? Is it? Why is it that, and I can't speak for people in their 20s, because, you know, I'm not in my 20s, so, like, I don't know how y'all are viewing a 38 to 37-year-old man. But just for the older people in their 40s or 50s looking down upon this, like, a 37-year-old can go in the restroom with underage girls. Hey, come in the bathroom with me, Drake. That's not weird. Forget Drake, because when we talk about famous people, y'all lose your mind. I want y'all to imagine somebody you know. Your cousin Ray Ray. You. I want, for real right now, I want everybody to stop thinking about Drake. Just pick one random dude you know in your life, 30-some years old. And a teenage girl say, hey, you want to come in the bathroom? Then another young girl go in the bathroom with him. Even, I'm going to make this as not nice as possible. Nothing sexually happened at all. Nothing. The only thing we know of the alleged story is that a drink was spilled on his white shirt. So let's just stop right there. What would it take for you to be a reasonable human being in your 30s that a teenage girl say, hey, come in the bathroom, and you just walk right in the bathroom? Like, it's not the same. It's not. I will actually help Drake right now. The domestic violence issue against Kendrick Lamar isn't something that came out of the blue. There was an alleged report of it. In a rap beef, that's all you need. Oh, I don't know if this is true or not. This could be fake. But since there was an alleged police report came out on some girl, that's enough for me to write a lyric. I would give that to Drake. But if that's enough for Drake to write a lyric, all of these parties and things with these girls and Bobby Brown being on a yacht with him and texting, like, all of this stuff is more than enough to put in a rap beef. As a matter of fact, the only thing that came out of the whole blue, just, it looks like I'm gonna make up something. And that's Dave Free getting Kendrick Lamar's wife pregnant with his son. There is no article. There is no starting point. There is no video. There isn't even an article to where it shows Kendrick Lamar had a falling out with Dave Free. Oh, they hadn't fallen out? I'm going to say that he the baby daddy. It's not even that. That's the true, clear example of something made up. Everything else that them dudes is saying about each other came from somewhere. And if it stems from somewhere, it's fair game to use in a beef. It's fair game, bro. I see you and your girl arguing. She drunk walking down the street and she say, F you, and she throw a bottle at you or whatever. She threw a bottle at you. That's enough for me to go into a beef and say y'all got into a fight and start rapping about how you threw your hands on your girl. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. We don't need a hypothetical. Drake couldn't video chat my underage daughter through her Instagram like he did that one influencer when she posted that she's in Toronto. That's what I'm saying, elite black sash. I could be here all day long naming instances where this actually came from somewhere. Kendrick Lamar didn't sit down, let me just strum up something. But so many people post this narrative that we actually forget about the truth. There was nothing Kendrick said that came out of thin air. Name me one thing that came out of thin air. There's a little girl running around acting like she's Drake child. That's enough. That's enough. That's it. Report. Kendrick Lamar fit the description of somebody in Vegas the week he was in Vegas hit his girl. I don't believe that. But in hip hop, that's enough. Drake can say it. Everything was open game. The only thing that don't make sense, we don't know where it came from. And when we don't know where something came from, at that point in the beef, it will probably do you good to mention where it came from. And that's the Dave Free stuff. Everything else is open game. So I don't know where this stuff is stemming from. But like, it's just weird to me that if so many people are shouting this, that people are forgetting reality. Drake did a lot of suspect stuff around hovering girls at that age that would be inappropriate for people to do. The moment, and I said this on the live before for the new people here. Think about it. This is where you got to mentally change your mindset. May of my senior year in high school, and we know May is your last month. Maybe you graduate in June. May of my senior year, I felt like a child. May, my senior year, the last week of high school, I'm working in McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with me working in McDonald's that final week. I'm a kid with a job while I'm in school. The moment I graduated, I'm scared. Wait, hold on, bro. I'm a grown man working at McDonald's. I didn't feel comfortable. The after you graduate that weekend and you go party and stuff, Monday, John, you got to clock in at McDonald's. Ooh. Just that one day. Now, May, walk around school or whatever, everything cool. June, July, August. 3 months later, school start back up. It be guys who just graduated will go park at the hill. Like, what y'all about to gotta do? Who I go to school? You know they about to lit out. Creepy. 3 months later, creepy. I'm going somewhere with this. 3 months. Bruh, you grown. You grown, bruh. Bruh, she 18 years old like me, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Creepy. There you going back up to the school for, bruh. You graduated. Drake has a song talking about how high school looks like the strip club in his 30s. In his 30s. Creepy. I do you one better. Everybody talking about when he kissed the girl on stage after telling them she's 17 years old. What was Drake, 23? My brain changed the moment I walked across that high school stage. 23? You might as well be 45 years old to me. What is that? That's 6 years. That means when Drake was a senior, this girl was in 7th grade. This girl just got to junior high. Creepy. Creepy. Y'all giving people passes like that. Knowing that like one of my worst like pet peeves is when people make excuses for behavior they know they wouldn't like if anybody else did it. Because I look at you as less of a man. Because I'm wondering, what's so special about this human being to make you go against your own principles? You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be a grown man. But you on another man's jock so hard. You know you wouldn't like this. You know if your cousin Pete kissed a 17-year-old girl when he's 23. Boy, insurance about to get lowered. You know you wouldn't like it. But it's okay if he did it. And we're going to wipe all of this stuff. Like, Kendrick Lamar opened a tiny hole. Kendrick Lamar was not effective at destroying Drake on the PDF allegations. It was just a tiny hole. Who destroyed Drake on those allegations? All the YouTubers that went and dug to look up this information to put it out there. Kendrick Lamar just did the hole. We made the hole bigger by finding creepy stuff out. If there was no creepy stuff and all that, then Kendrick Lamar would look crazy for doing this. It's because there's a lot of creepy stuff. So we can't. It's like over 5-10 years you try to change history. You trust me, all y'all in your 20s, you're going to see it happen when you get in your 30s and your 40s. You'll be like, wait, I lived during that time. That's not what happened. Trust me. Trust me. Y'all trying to do that shit 6 months later in the same year. Y'all trying to change history 6 months later in the same calendar year. Kendrick did not pull this out of nowhere. He did not just sit up there and like, I'm going to lie on Drake. No, Kendrick Lamar saw a ton of creepy stuff, which is far more than game to put in a rap beef at that time. So I don't understand that. And I don't understand why nobody is not talking about the lawsuit that UMG said, if you come after us, we're going to go after Kendrick Lamar. I don't see one video discussing this, but everybody read it. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I missing something? If you go after us, we're going after Kendrick Lamar. And this is what I hate when you have morals, you are at a disadvantage. Because everybody that's saying Kendrick Lamar can just do a countersuit on you saying domestic allegation that his child isn't his. Kendrick Lamar would win, cancel the thing out. But Kendrick Lamar is at a severe disadvantage. Because of his morals and principles, he would never countersue. So it would just have to be Kendrick versus Drake in court. He would never do it. This is how the world isn't fair. Even if it was Whitney, Kendrick Lamar would get crushed online. He ain't even filing the suit. Whitney filing the suit that you're lying and saying that I slept with my bodyguard. That you're lying and saying that I slept with Dave Free. Even if Whitney did it, Kendrick will get destroyed. But it's okay if Drake do it. It's sort of like Drake fans are admitting he's not part of the culture. Because if they really felt he was part of the culture, they would have the same vitriol with him doing this. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so many grown men really showed their ass about Drake. I've never seen anything like that. Me neither, Ray. Shout out to Ray coming over. And shout out to my lovely Miss Stewie over here. Seeing all the support, even though I've been too busy to respond back to a lot of stuff. So I'm glad I see you in the audience. There are angles to go at Kendrick with that could have done some damage, but Drake is not smart enough to know what they are. I would say yes, maybe not smart enough, but the bigger issue is, because I don't think that Drake is stupid, the bigger issue is he's disconnected. The man's latest insult to Kendrick Lamar was the fucking word custard. Custard! Said Joe Budden talked about it. I don't know, Joe. I feel bad for Joe Budden because he does it once a week. So sometimes he's like, he misses things that he could have easily said, and it makes me cringe sometimes. He said that they're lying to Drake. I don't know. I can't go. I don't know if they're lying or not. I'm not going to accuse UMG of a thought crime. I'm going to go by what they said. If we supposed to go by black and white, UMG said, Drake, if you sue us, we suing Kendrick. Because that statement isn't about UMG. That's not what I'm saying. That statement is Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar. If Drake knows if I sue them, they going after Kendrick, he knows the ramifications of Kendrick Lamar getting sued over a diss track he made about him, and he proceeds to go through with it, he's suing Kendrick. He want to hurt Kendrick because Kendrick beat him in the beef. If I throw a rock at this guy, he gonna punch you in the face. No, we cool, bro. I don't want to hit you in the face. I don't want to hit you in the face. I'm gonna throw a rock at him. He said if I throw a rock at him, he gonna hit you in the face. Yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? that just wow to me. The times that we're living in makes me afraid of where the next generation is taking hip hop. Yeah, Joe do really be bouncing back and forth and saying things that's just like, what's that wild thing he said recently? Why didn't the Joe Budden podcast? Why none of these big podcasts are bringing up it's just 12 songs? It's just 12. Why? Like, I feel like I be in the Twilight Zone. I did 75% of the sales you did with have the ammunition. I did 75% of the sales you did with half of the ammunition. That is a win. That is a win for Kendrick. No, that's a win for Kendrick's fans. It's not a win for Kendrick because Kendrick doesn't care about numbers. But it is a win for his fans who want to throw it in Drake's team face. But I love the fact that Kendrick Lamar didn't pull the trigger. Nah, man, let him have the record. He can have it. You know what I'm saying? He can have it. He can have it. I don't need that in my life to feel like somebody. The fact that Kendrick knows you need that. You need that record. For those who watch The Penguin, you know what I'm talking about. It's something he need. He can't live without it, and it's sad that you mentally need that. Something is wrong with you, Penguin. Something is wrong with you, Drake. You need that. That's the only thing you got in life. I got a house in Miami, had a house in LA, a house in Houston, a house in Toronto. I've been to every country in the world, vacation all over. I got all of this money, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. But in May during the beef, you was home alone, sad, holding your phone, searching online, sad. There's something wrong. Something wrong. And that's why I make that line hit even harder when Kendrick Lamar said, this a long life battle with yourself. Because it's real. It's real. You know, on a stream where he called Steve Lacy a fragile ops. Drake is such a cornball. This is what I'm saying when you're disconnected with the culture, right? I've said it before. There's nothing wrong with Drake taking shots. I'm here for it. It's content for us to put out here. I'll be a hypocrite if I said Drake should shut up, but not for that reason. He should shut up because he's ineffective. That's the only reason I think he should shut up, because he's not good at it. But the choice to talk trash to Kendrick Lamar, I'm here for it. I support it. It's just lame. Check this out, y'all. How do you call a man a fragile op, and hours later you break another record in hip hop by becoming the first rap artist to sue another rap artist over a beef? Drake need to break these records. He broke another. Think about how disconnected you got to be. Of all the words that he could have said about Steve Lacy, he chose the word fragile, picked up his phone and told his lawyers to hit the red button. And then I don't know who podcast I saw this was on, or YouTube video, but somebody said, oh yeah, this is what I want to crush. I want to crush, not even Maul. I know y'all on Maul hard, but Maul is a hater. I expect Maul to hate. I want to crush Rory, because Rory can do more damage to Kendrick than Maul can. Why do you say that, John? Because if we know Maul is a hater, then whatever he say is not going to land. Because Rory puts himself out there that he don't have a dog in the fight, people are more opted to believe the words out of Rory's mouth. So what did Rory say? Damn, just do that whole explanation. I forgot what I'm gonna say. He was gonna say. I may go play it back. I may play it on this stream right here. Oh, Rory said he believes the red button was Drake suing the whole time, and I was riding on the back road. Just alone, just looking at the cows of Georgia. You know, that long 1-lane drive, and I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking like, think about what you're saying, you dumbass. Really think about what you're saying. You're saying that Drake was on tour. Drake heard like that and said, this is the opportunity to get Kendrick Lamar to say something about me so that way I can sue UMG. I'm going to drag it out 4 songs of peace. Think this is preposterous. Think. I feel like fucking Omni-Man here. Think. Drake set up. And y'all know how I like to do people I disagree with. I like to pretend that they're right. When you pretend somebody right, you see how dumb they are. So Drake's nuke was to destroy his reputation so bad nobody bought his Nike shoes in May. His deal is in jeopardy. Ain't nobody coming close to giving him $600 million. The entire world is laughing at him. Someone was shot on the premises of his house. He was at home sitting in the room, a dark room, watching the fucking movie screen. Sad. All because if I line this up effectively, at some point, Kendrick Lamar is going to drop an album. And when he do, that's when I'll hit the red button I planned way back in April before the beef started. Rory. These guys got to pray every day I don't blow up, because if I do, it's a problem, because they don't know how to they don't know how to think. They don't know how to think. Rory's an independent artist and he thinks the lawsuit will help him. It will not. It will not. You got to learn how to live in the world as it exists, right? And this is what I should have put in my video. Let me ask y'all a question. Even if you never been in sales before, this is common sense that everybody know of, right? If a company has a sales department, let me ask y'all this question. Where does the top salesman park? Because I'm in front of my stream by like 2 minutes, I got time to hit my vape. Any company you go past, you know, we go past an insurance company, anybody that does sales, where does the top salesperson park? Any company that has an entire sales department is going to have a sign. Green little metal pole with a little rectangular thing at the top of that pole. And on that sign is going to say top salesman of the month, or top salesman of the quarter, or top salesman of the year. And that parking space is going to be right in front of the building next to the handicap parking. Everybody else got to park way in the back or find them an open space. But he can come into work late because he know he going to be right in front of the building. How did he get that space? Because he worked hard. He did a lot of sales. So it will forever be this way in the music industry. I don't try to live in the world as I want it to be. I live in the world as it exists. So if I'm an independent artist, I'm busting my ass, I'm making the music, I'm making the hits. So I can be that nigga and I can get that parking space. And in this particular instance, the parking space is 30% off. 30% off my song, putting my song on all the playlists, putting myself on all the covers. I never, ever talk shit on this channel about this happening to Drake. I never talk shit when Scorpion everywhere. I never talk shit when For All the Dogs is everywhere. That's a part of the game. But if that's a part of the game, don't get mad when Kendrick Lamar makes Salesman of the Year, and now Kendrick Lamar get that parking space. Kendrick Lamar get that parking space now. You gotta go park some motherfucking where. Make some goddamn sales and come back and try to get the parking space again. That's the game. That's how I go. What's the difference? I'm gonna bust my ass off and make it to the top. Now I got these bots. Alright, so if I do 30K in sale, if I do 200K in sale, they gonna give me an extra 20K on that mom. This is the good life. This is the good life. Short walk to the office. I'm right in front of the building now, baby. I'm right in front of the building. All you gotta do is keep it consistent. When you don't keep it consistent, you show your bias towards one person. If Kendrick got bots, if they throwing Kendrick everywhere, all over Spotify and all of this stuff, I don't care. In my Pusha T voice, I don't care. I don't care because I didn't care when it happened to Drake. That pause was because Ace said that I'm buffering, so I had to go and look at YouTube. I wasn't looking at YouTube. You can't come back to the basketball court whooping the day after you took your basketball and walked home. You was mad that you were losing. Exactly. We had a little dude in the hood. Shout out to Titus. I don't know. He could be watching right now. But Titus was the son of one of the biggest dope dealers. So we broke and we poor. But Titus got the new J's every day. He had the starter jacket. Titus had the brand new NFL footballs. But Titus can't play motherfucking sports to save his life. We gotta pick him. It's his ball. Hey, Titus. But Titus nobody passing the ball. He just out there in the nicest clothes, freshest haircut. We get your ass out the way. Titus start crying, take his ball and go home. Sorry if you watching this, Titus, you suck. You know you suck. We all know you suck, bro, but we like you. Take his ball and go home. Drake was the type to accidentally hit the power button on the console when he lost at Madden. Yep. I was the boxing guy. Get in the video game, be killing him. Be killing them in the boxing game. Asant. That's where the sound Asant came from me playing boxing. Asant. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Now, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this section really, really short. I'm gonna make the Andrew Schulz section short because Andrew Schulz may get an edited video. There's a lot of people online. There's a lot of people in this hip hop community that cover these topics, this Kendrick Lamar, this Drake stuff. With the amount of time that Andrew Schulz spent on Kendrick Lamar on the latest podcast and the things that he said, a lot of people gonna make videos. I'm the one guy out of everybody that got something. I'm looking at Andrew Schulz. I'm like, I think that you think that the only ramifications that can come from this is other people calling you names and all the stuff you don't care about because you're a comedian and you got thick skin and you sell out arenas. I don't think you truly know the consequences because I think that you have achieved so much success that you have forgotten things in your past that you probably was like, I didn't know me mentioning something about Kendrick Lamar was gonna bring all this stuff back up. Jeez. And so that's why I was sitting here and I'm like, should I make this Andrew Schulz video? Because it could get spicy. Because I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like blatant lies. And I'm trying to save it for my video. But blatant lies on things such as the R. Kelly situation. There is video proof to show that Andrew Schulz knew what Kendrick Lamar actually meant on that, and Kendrick Lamar was not taking up for R. Kelly at all. And I'm sitting here, and that's what was really making me perturbed and upset. Like, you know that this isn't true, right? You know that this isn't true. Okay, so how about I'm gonna show something that actually did happen. I'm gonna show evidence of it. I'm going to show documentary footage of it. I'm going to show the real ramifications of how someone looked. And the one thing I'm really going to hone in and strip apart, because I know nobody else is going to try to do it, is Andrew Schulz ending monologue. Because I hate when people look like they're making logical sense, but they're not, because they're lacking details. And I know young, impressionable people will be like, well, Andrew telling the truth. So the part that looks logical, when you're not in the face of somebody that can actually break that down, is when Andrew said, I'm going to roast everybody, because when you take up for one group of people, then it's racist. It could be either racist towards this group or it's racist towards all the other people you're talking about. So the only way to make it even is to roast everybody. To me, statements like that are extremely dangerous. And I'm just going to be blunt. Those statements are dangerous because a lot of people are not critical thinkers, and they will fall prey to something like that sounds good. And the only way to come back with that is to get somebody who is intelligent enough and logical enough to break that down. I didn't want to do it. I'm sitting here like, bro, I just made 2 videos. I just want to go live and have fun. And then Andrew dropped this, and I now got to cook this dude, and I got to find the videos. I got to find where he laughing about a serious situation where he trying to say words to get somebody off the hook when they was took a lesser charge for something. Now I got to really break this dude down, because I know nobody else ain't going to do it. He trying to say that Kendrick took up for R. Kelly when Kendrick didn't, but I know somebody that he took up for, and I got to hear and talk to the actual victim. I got to talk to the actual victim mom. I got to interview the actual victim in a documentary, and while she's sitting there in the documentary, I'm watching her mom get out of her chair and walk in the background, and this is something that Andrew Schulz thought was actually fucking funny. I wanted to play Warframe. I've been playing the video game Warframe for the past 10 years. That was my night. Now I gotta sit at this computer and edit and cook this dude. This is supposed to be my Xbox night. I'll be the little spark. I'm not big enough, but if I put it out, people steal from smaller content creators. Please steal from me when you see my Andrew Schulz video. Take it, run with it. He feel too comfortable talking about shit he's disconnected from. And you couldn't see it more on a podcast with him and his crew. You thought that was funny, didn't you, Andrew Schulz? I'm not talking about the Kendrick jokes. I'm talking about years ago. Me and you know what I'm talking about. You thought it was funny? I'm going to show you how funny it was. I'm going to show you how funny it was. I'm going to show you footage. I'm going to show you the damaging ramifications of what happened to someone in that situation that you took up for and you still cool with to this day. I'm going to show you, because ain't nobody got the footage but me. I'm going to show you. Talking about a hypocrite. Talking about a hypocrite. I'm going to beat Andrew Schulz at his own game. I'm going to beat him at his own. You lucky. Only you lucky. You lucky I'm not one of them big motherfuckers with 2 million subscribers. But you never know. Somebody with 2 million subscribers may watch my video tomorrow. You lucky. The sad part about it is that I don't think Andrew Schulz is lying. He is just disconnected. I think that Andrew Schulz truly in his heart believe, let's just pick on everybody. I want to say it so bad, but I'm away from my video. It's just right in people's faces. But like, sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. So I'll show them. I'll show them. All right. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times in my spare time, I've been watching the destruction of Mr. Fugazee himself. Type in the comments if you already know the story. Not I'll let people know. But I'm going to play the video this time. Yes, I got my headphones on. And I've been sitting back quietly watching. And you guys know I've done a lot of studying of the quote-unquote red pill community. And I sit back and I learn behaviors and patterns. And one of the biggest key takeaways I have learned about red pill guys is that Cobra Kai doesn't always work. The mythology, for lack of a better words, of the red pill or Cobra Kai is all offense. It's one of the most non-masculine things I've ever seen, because to me, real masculinity isn't to cut somebody off. It isn't to shut off their mic. It is that I can sit here and I can have a conversation with you because I am such a man and believe what I'm saying that I want you to speak, because I know I'm going to sit back and chill and I'm going to logically destroy every viewpoint you have. To me, that is one of the most masculine things that you can do. But when I study and I look at these guys, like I remember when the Saint and Sinner first came on the scene, and I just watching the Saint and Sinner destroy DJ Academics with such precision, the perfect timing of the jokes, the perfect timing of the logic, the perfect timing of breaking down everything, every point DJ Academics ever. It was a beautiful thing to watch if you like watching people debate. And I'm like, yo, this guy Saint and Sinner is really good. And then I keep watching Saint and Sinner, and he let a group of teenage white boys make him feel uncomfortable. He let a group of teenage white boys troll and clown him. And that's what I'm seeing. Like, these guys are such all offense. And they put themselves like a big fish in a little pond, and they choose who they debate. And when you do things like that, you never hone your skills of how to truly debate somebody of actual intelligence. That's what I noticed about the red pill. And it's getting worse, because I actually think the Saint in the Center is a little quicker on his feet. But he got holes. So when we get over to the Fugazee podcast, his rebuttal video, I don't care what he's saying. When I play these clips, I'm trying to teach you how to study people. I want you to listen to the tone of his voice. I want you to look at the posture as he sits in his seat. I want you to look and see his brain is telling him, oh, they think they're going to run me away. I'm finna go live right now. That's what his brain want to do. He's acting like a robot. But when he gets there, when Cooley gets there, he a little shook. He a little shook. I don't know why he never thought it would happen. Let me tell you guys something. If you're a black guy and you go make red pill content, if your hopes and dreams come true, that you go viral and you become the next sensational big hit after Kevin Samuels, after Fresh and Fit, if you make your dreams come true on YouTube and you reach the top, you got a problem, because you will have to duel with Abba and Preach. So as I'm sitting back here quietly watching Cooley come up in the ranks, I don't know when Cooley hit it, because when Cooley hit it, Abba and Preach is coming. Abba and Preach is coming. This is what I'm saying. How can I have the foresight to see this, and I'm not even a red pill guy, but you in this community and you ain't got the foresight to see this, to plan, to have your preparation? Because these two brothers is extremely loved, can extremely clown you, and extremely logical. And he allowed it to happen. So for those who don't know, Cooley is a red pill podcast guy who got the Fugazee podcast. I made a video logically breaking down one of his things earlier this year when he first started to get a little bit buzzed, because I think these guys are easy ones. what they do to make themselves appear to be a certain way, which to me is another non-masculine thing. And notice I'm saying the words. I'm not saying feminine, because I don't want to put down women, because women be more intelligent than these niggas. It's not masculine. They stack the cards in their favor by having you come on their channel, changing the subject when you corner them, muting your microphone, kicking you off, and to talk trash about you without you being there. This is why if you want to debate somebody, you go on a neutral platform. And if you ever see Cooley on a neutral platform, his mannerisms, the way he talks around other people in the room is completely different than when he's by himself. I don't know how to be no other way but me. go watch me on other channels. I don't know how to be no way but John. Masculine. So this guy preaches that single moms are terrible, trash, you shouldn't date them. And then he gets exposed for being in a relationship for 7+ years with a woman that has 2 children. Now, typically at this point, I keep going, but I want y'all to hear him in his own words. And I'll just break down and show you how these people are, man. And another advantage these red pillars have over women is that it's not that they're women, it's the fact that they are triggered. When you rush to somebody, like if somebody makes you mad enough and they sit over there smiling and you rush full speed to fight them, you're at a severe disadvantage because you're way too emotional. You're not thinking clearly, and they are, right? So most people who want to go on this show are begged to call in. They're only wanting to call in because they're already triggered. You know what I'm saying? So it stacks the chips in their favor. But all they do is say the same talking points, and they're not quick on their feet because these are not their original ideas. So without further ado, let's watch some Cooley before I start going in.
Fellas, this is why I tell y'all got to be careful about where y'all get y'all relationship/life advice from these guys on this internet, on these podcasts. Because yesterday I made a video about that Fugazee Cooley dude or whatever, talking about being a top tier man. And I always kind of knew dude was a little buddy.
He's right, you know.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Theme, clock ticking music. Well, as you know, the red pill has changed many forms, but it's still kind of out there. You know, it's not the same guys, but different dudes come into the community. And a lot of guys use their business sense and their charm to make money off of it. And one of the guys who's doing extremely well right now is the No Fugazee podcast, ran by a guy by the name of Cooley. Now, I would see this dude, his Instagram reels are always off the chain. He's logical. You know, whenever he has females on there, he's like really shutting them down. And he doesn't really do it by really being disrespectful either.
What about you? Who's the prize?
I think women. But hear me out. For me, like my man, like he's my prize, right? But like a lot more people competed for me than him. Like women, we attract men easily.
So you said that you're the prize because a lot more people competed for you, meaning that you have more options.
Yes.
Got you. I would say that out of all those options that you had, you chose him. He's a prize.
Nope.
Don DeMarco. Look, think about this. He ain't have a lot of options. He just took what he can get. So who's to say if he had a whole lot of options, you maybe not even would have been his first option.
Gotcha, bitch.
And whenever I see him on IG, I give him a like and be like.
So one of the things I think that helps me out in debating is a lot of people say bullshit that sounds good, but if you get yourself in a situation like this, one way to clear your head, if you know like something doesn't sound right, but like you're emotional, you're like trapped because it sounds good what they're saying. All you got to do is sit back and ask yourself why. So let's take this clip right here when he's saying like the guy's the prize and he explained why men are the prize and women are the prize. What are you getting at? What does it mean when someone's the prize? There's always something under the layer, and I attack what's under the layer. That way you can't use the bullshit. So for example, if I ask him, well, where are you getting at? So what if I say that men are the prize, women aren't? Then what happens after that? What is your real true point? My point is that women should do everything men say because men are the prize. And if women don't do everything that the guys say, wouldn't that be two people who are just fucking single? So what are we getting at to pick who's the prize when it's two people trying to come together in a relationship? Whenever somebody's saying a bunch of bullshit, just stop and ask yourself either why or so what do you get? Why are you saying this? What's the point of you saying this? And that'll help reel them in, because these guys have been practicing these lines over and over and over again that they heard from another red pill guy. So they can't think on their feet. He'd be stuck if I just asked him a simple question. Why? So
He's right, you know.
I'm like, yeah, man, shout out to the brother. The brother is building up. Good to see somebody else out here kicking the game. And then I just do it, moving and go back into watching my twerking videos. Booty clapping sounds. But last
also want to give my young black brother some advice. If you are wanting to be an aspiring red pillar black guy YouTuber, if you do get your dreams come true, you get in millions of views, making all this money, you not only have one championship fight that you 100% will be in, you have two championship fights you'll be in. One championship fight, Abba and Preach. Just want to let you know their record. They are literally undefeated. I haven't seen anybody come remotely close to beating these guys. So just know that that's coming your way. And a lot of times once they get on you, they do destroy your platform. The other one is O'Shea. Yo, O'Shea, and this is who video we were watching. O'Shea is one of the most relentless YouTubers I've seen. And when I say relentless, I mean O'Shea just don't look at you and go, I think I'm going to make a video on him. No, O'Shea looks at you and go, I think this is how I'm going to make my money for at minimum the next 6 months to a year. And he's going to make a ton of videos. And he's going to hit you from every aspect to jokes. And O'Shea has mastered the technique of the 8 Mile. If you think you're going to call him a simp, he's going to call himself a simp. He's going to be proudly showing pictures of how he's simping out here in the world. And he's going to tell you, you're a simp too, only I admit it. He's going to strip you of your power. And he's really, really good at debating, but he's really relentless. You will 100% for a fact, if you want to be a top red pillar guy, have to go against O'Shea, and you're going to have to go against Alba and Preach. This is just me helping you out, my brother.
Last week, I did a collaboration with my good brother, Brandon Jamal, and we did a live stream on his channel, and somehow he brought up the No Fugazee podcast.
You know that other the No Fugazee podcast, the guy Cooley.
I think I've seen that dude before.
He's got like the braids on top with like the hair.
Hey, Cooley, you need to fight this light skin, bro. You need to fight this dude on the screen, because it's looking like O'Shea wasn't honed in on you. It's looking like, what are you seeing right now on the screen, Cooley? You're witnessing the exact moment your YouTube career changed right here. Look at O'Shea's face. Oh, it looked like he's describing to O'Shea a nice steak meal. You gotta swing on him. You gotta swing on it. Whoever this light skinned dude, he changed the trajectory of your YouTube channel. It happened right here at this moment.
Cut going around the sides.
Yeah. I see he has like some viral moments on Instagram and stuff. He got some good things to say when I see him.
Same. The most viral moments that I've seen from him were how he was talking about how he's high value because he's 6'4" and because he's black and because he makes over 6 figures. He didn't say about who he was as a person, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, whatever. I'm not here to shit on niggas because, you know, I like rap. I like sports. If you talking your shit, I'm finna be like, talk your shit, my nigga. You know? So he's telling these women that they don't qualify for a guy like him. And then he also says single moms are recreational use only. Man's wife left up a whole single mom of 2.
Wait, he's married to single mom?
Not married, but like they're pregnant with their second child together.
Yo, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. But like, I didn't see this part of this video, and it's just funny watching O'Shea's brain process. So there's some hypocritical information on this guy. Oh my God, I'm about to eat for the next 6 months minimum. Look at O'Shea. Oh my God.
And she's a very nice white woman, you know. And I just like saying white woman like that for the chat. There's no racial innuendos behind that. I'm just kind of a clown. And they also make cringy interracial couple content together. It's so Mans is a walking hypocrite.
Now, as you can see, I had no idea what was going on. Then I got a DM from a very popular YouTuber about this guy also. And I had to look into some of this information because they were saying that this brother was in a relationship with a single mom. But I'm like, nah, especially how he talks about single moms. This can't be the truth.
As a single mom, if you choose a man that's hitting that pussy, he hitting them kids too. If he has the ability to be in between your soul gaps and hitting that pussy, he gonna hit little Day-Day when Day-Day acting up. If he providing and taking care of you, well, guess what? Why would a man take on all of that responsibility with no authority? That's slavery. So if you choose wisely on a guy that you choose to have sex with, that same guy should be able to discipline your kids. That's what I'm saying. He must embody some good characteristics.
Discipline, yes, but you don't have to hit. You know, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, they say stuff that doesn't make sense to me because they're saying that they're so intelligent, they're so masculine, they have control over everything. But then you're saying that you don't have the capability or the intelligence to get a child to mind you unless you put your hands on them. In order for you to put your hands on them, that either means that you feel that you lack the skills and the intelligence to get a child to do what you say unless you go to those depths, or you just want to hit somebody's child. Like, I don't know. It just, they constantly contradict themselves on Being This Masculine Man. And I'm going to play 3 parts of a video. I'm probably going to cut this off soon because I just want y'all to see the gist of his hypocrisy. But I'm more interested in y'all seeing his rebuttal back because I'm going to rebuttal the hell out of his rebuttal back.
Traits to hit that pussy. If not, then that means that you value your pussy too low and you letting some rugged hit it.
Okay, you heard that? What about this one?
As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like,
well, let's pick one point by point. You do choose to be a single mom.
How?
A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex. And not only that, how many times has a man broken up with you?
No. None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
No.
All right. Let's think about the word choose, right? Choose is a deliberate action, meaning that this is your goal you set out. I want to go to McDonald's. You made a choice to go to McDonald's. It was a deliberate action. Their talking points are, if you break up with a guy and y'all had kids, then you made the choice to be single. No, they made their choice to be in a successful relationship. You must understand, when you make a choice to be in a relationship, that 2 options can come from this choice. You guys can live happily forever after, or the relationship just flat out may not work out. If divorce rates are like at 55%, and that's divorce, what do you think the probability of a relationship is? The choice is to be in a relationship. A pregnancy happens, and like most of the world, the relationship doesn't work out. Where men break up with women and women break up with men. The consequence of that, you are now a single mother and this man is now a single father from that. But nobody purposely set out, well, I didn't say nobody, some people may just want to have a baby. In this scenario that he's saying, The choice wasn't to be a single mom. See, being a single mom was a consequence of the choice of wanting to be in a relationship and having a child with this person.
No, listen. How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No. That's not the question. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
I have a question for Cooley. Did your baby moms choose to be a single mom, or did you choose to be a single father? Because if you're saying that women are breaking up with people, then you're a masculine man that has this authority that can control any situation. But are you saying that you wasn't able to keep a woman? I don't believe in that. I'm only using what your talking points that you use against women. Like, did you make a choice to be a single father because he got custody of his child with his previous woman? Did you make a choice to be a single father, or did a woman leave you?
You proving my point right there.
No, I
so
didn't.
You choose the man to have sex with, and then you break up with them. This is why you're a single mom,
Also,
because you are the problem, and you broke up with these.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
So when somebody was saying that, this is true, I'm like, nah, man, they got to be hating on the guy. So, all right, I see his position on single moms, and I've heard him say this before. Then I came to TikTok and I was directed to a brother's channel by the name of IBN_arrogant. Now, this particular dude has the reputation of being like a dude that's really anti-red pill community. And, he takes a side of kind of like the left, takes a side of women. Curious information on this guy.
Clip, and then I'll show you why.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on.
Okay, so again, when I hear statements like this, I hear fluff. Why? Okay, you think you're a top tier guy, right? I don't know what that means because that is subjective. You gave me your subjective standards of what a top tier guy is. Why is it important that you are a top tier guy? Like, what does that mean? You see how you can always come back to these questions and then you'll find out the real reason they're saying it? Because I don't give a fuck that you think you're a top tier guy. I need to know what this means. What does it mean? Are you saying, since I'm a top tier guy, I should be able to do anything in the world that I want? I need to understand, like, why are so many people throwing around the word top tier guy, quality guy, whatever? I make over 100K. What does it mean? I don't understand. I can't go any. I'm not going to debate you on whether you feel you're a top tier guy or not, because number one, I don't give a fuck if you think you're a top tier guy or not. You think you're a low tier guy or not. It means nothing to me. But what is that? What comes with that? What are the qualms that you get for being this subjective definition of a top tier guy?
That's why he said that. That's why he talked the way he talked. That's why. That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why. He's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A man to put a ring on her finger. Looks like you're doing more than recreational use with her, buddy.
He's teaching his people never date a single mother. He met a woman that had 2 children. He came into a relationship with his daughter from a previous relationship, and now, they just had a baby. I think he's going to show cringe content, then I'll go to his rebuttal, because if you don't know of the situation, I bet you're wondering, what on earth could he say to rebuttal this? And he says something that's laughable.
It's his family, because it could be, okay, listen, she's the white lady, she got her kids there, and like I said, these could be her nieces and nephews. I came across this clip.
What the fuck?
Okay, so we see that she's preparing, She sent her kids off to school, 11 and 15, and now she's getting a break. So basically she has a 15-year-old, which is probably that young lady on the right of him, the 11-year-old, and the other little white young kid. So basically all of these kids she had before she met him. But I'm not surprised. We all see what Donovan Sharp did in the game. And again, here's another brother out here preaching something different, but got him a white lady. About his son, it's just cringe.
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa,
And I have the white ones.
and let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Which one?
Pick the white one.
Oh, that's my. Oh, yeah.
So man, not only is bruh.
Alright, that's all I'm gonna play this video. I just want y'all to see that was very cringe. Of course, this is subjective. People should raise their children however they want to raise their children, as long as they aren't abusing their child. But I just think, in my own subjective opinion, a biracial child should be raised black, because that's how the world is going to view them. That's how the world is going to see them. I'm clear across the board on this, and that's why you always see, I never say that Drake is not black, even though a lot of people say he's not black. Drake is a black man, and it hurts Drake worse that he's a black man, because he's showing you things that you should not do. But it's crazy how I got him paused right here, though. that's a crazy pause clip. But I want to find his rebuttal video. Yo, this man is... It's kind of hard to follow because O'Shea has so many videos on him already. Like, this is... Oh, this is part 2 when he clapped back. All right, maybe this is it. Let's see if this is it. All right, let's see if this was it, y'all.
Will you ever date a single mom?
I mean, single moms need love too. They can get a little recreational use only sometimes.
Wow. You believe that single moms are damaged? Are damaged goods?
Well, damaged goods. I believe that. I mean.
Hi, my name is Akeem, and I am the founder, chairman, CEO, president, vice president, and the dean of Random
Only.
No.
Do you know? You guys know what that means?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages in your 30s. Recreational use only.
Do you mean like hit it and quit it?
That was just a month ago. At the max, it was possibly 2 months ago since it was recorded. So this is in a very near recent past. This isn't very long ago. And
There's no turning back. Blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in
I make well over 100K.
clip. I never said I was a top tier man.
like, dude, come on, man. Stop playing with people's intelligence. And he's the one who really thinks he's just so...
Okay, this is where, to me, and you know, I would tell this guy to his face, like, I don't understand why you guys project that you're so masculine, but you backtrack on what you say. A real man stands on what he says. And a real man, like, it's one of the most cowardice moves ever. If someone asks you, what are the qualifications of being a top tier man? And you list 3 qualifications and you say that you fit all 3 qualifications. And then after that, you say, what should that tell you? that means that you're literally saying you're a top tier man. And like, I feel sorry for somebody who doesn't have the confidence to stand on the actual words that come out of their mouth. I'm going to stand on what I say. And if I'm talking to someone and they show me otherwise, I'll change my mind in lieu of new evidence. That's what a man should do. Or if they say something that I don't think suffice is enough for me to change my mind, then I will feel secure as a man to continue with the same beliefs that I have. There's no reason for me to be a coward and try to backtrack on the words that I say. You know, like, that's what I'm like. Why spend so much time putting on a performance of being a man, but in reality you're a coward. Like you can't even stand on your own words. That shit is disgusting to me. Like it makes me feel bad for the dude.
Such a high level intellectual. Like, my God, dude. Like, how? Bible, please go ahead and get a pad and paper out and make sure you write this stuff down, because this is important. About Devin for all those years talking about my girlfriend is a 9.
But then they go head out and do it. That's what a hypocrite is. Just want to let y'all know. That is true. We can all agree to that. So all of these podcasts that's making reactions to me, they saying that I'm hypocritical because they think that, oh, here's another red pill guy making talking points like all of these other podcasts. So he must view himself as like a bachelor and this high value guy, where if you watch No Fugazi, I'm not a bachelor, I'm a father. So my values and everything that I embody is much different from these other type of red pill podcasts that y'all watch. Y'all just new people coming in right now, just talking a whole
I'm going to rebuttal the shit out of this.
lot. So it's like having an essay on a book that's 20 chapters and you only read 4 of the chapters, and then you make a conclusion off the book based off of those 4 chapters that you read.
No, we read the essay. It's just that
I want him to get his shit off. I want him to say, I'm sorry, I'm so used to getting close to the mic because it's always low, but it's loud now. I want him to say his full excuse before I break it down and rebuttal what he's saying.
a whole lot like Johnny Salami, the constipation, a whole lot like Johnny.
My Instagram is still the same. So no, bro, you don't watch my content. As you've seen, I lost no subscribers. My Instagram is still the same. So all of this noise and stuff like that.
Then why are you talking like this? I've never seen you talk like this in any video. Your shoulders are humped over. You lack the bass in your voice. If everything is a-okay, then why is your mannerisms and why is your verbiage, why is everything about you changing, yo? It's like you're putting on a facade like everything's okay, but you're shaking in your boots. You got yourself in new territory that you should have known that you get in, because every red pill guy that goes to the top is going to have to go against these same YouTubers who are now rebuttaling and coming at you. If everything's is a-okay, act like it.
My true supporters are still rocking with me. Y'all just here. Y'all knew.
Yeah, you kept.
Yo, get to the point, bro. Like, hold on.
Telling you what you're coming at your mouth saying stuff about, single mothers and stuff like that. This stuff at your own mouth. Regardless of what it is, but your personal life doesn't match what you're preaching out to the world. I'm confused. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying. So your
personal life is not what you're telling everybody else out here to do.
That's what you think. Got it. Cool. So you just said something that, what you preach out of your mouth is hypocritical to your own personal life, right? So when someone is giving advice or telling someone what's best to do, should they speak about that in the general, or should they speak about it anecdotally? Maybe you may not understand what I'm saying. Say if you have a son, right, for example, and you're telling your son, it'll be best that you don't talk to a girl that's dancing on a stripper pole. And then let's say that the son's mother, she was a stripper. Would that be hypocritical for the father to tell his son what's best to do? Yes or no?
This is why I'll never go on somebody's channel. No man gonna tell me yes or no. We having a conversation. I'm gonna speak however I want to speak. And besides, this deserves more context than a yes or no. He's a coward. He wants people to follow his only direction because he isn't able to articulate himself and have a healthy debate between two contrasting ideas. So, for example, to show you guys why this is more than a yes or no answer, you didn't do what you said that you're talking about. So your example isn't matching your real life. In your example, you're saying, tell your son not to date a stripper, but you date a stripper. Then the content that you would make on this YouTube channel, you would be making multiple videos saying how you're dating a single mother, but guys should not do what you do. You don't say that. You hit that. And he goes on to say that I have millions of views on TikTok, so I wasn't hiding that from the world. Well, we look at evidence here. If all these people are in your comment section, they're shocked. If all these people online shocked, that means that you are ineffective at pulling your TikTok world over here. Now, me personally, I think that you knew for a fact that it was not going to be seen on YouTube. But the mere fact that no one saw that means that the only information they have to go off of is what you say on YouTube. What you spend all your time on YouTube doing is saying single mothers are for recreational use only. Single mothers are not, you should never date single mothers. If this is all the content that you're preaching while you're being with a single mother, and if this is what the majority of your audience is seeing, then you tell me, are you purposely misleading people, or you're so fucking ineffective at showing your true idea? I'll never believe your true idea is what you're saying to this guy. But are you so ineffective at showing this? And if so, wouldn't you care that you're ineffective? Wouldn't you care? Wouldn't you come on here and be like, you know, I'm sorry, guys. I made the mistake and thought that because I had a TikTok that all of you guys knew that I was dating a single mother. I should have known that a lot of people who are on YouTube who watch long form videos, long form 2-hour podcasts aren't going to always be the same crowd that's going over to watch the TikTok that I never advertised. So which one is it? So you gave him a false example because the example that you gave him doesn't match what you are actually doing. So on YouTube, to the people on YouTube, to the millions of people watching and all the fans, no one knew that you were dating a single mother for 7 years, or a lot of the conversations would have been different from the guests on your show. And we're going to know now because you're going to now get guests coming out for this drama, and now the context is going to change. But I'm still waiting for him to explain. He hasn't explained to y'all because I want to rebuttal his explanation of what makes him date a single mother, but he's saying that you guys shouldn't date a single mother.
It wouldn't be, I mean, he's doing this, he's telling him something that he, from his experience, that he messed up, right? So he
would it be hypocritical, yes or no?
Well, no, it won't be hypocritical.
Okay, so stop it there, True. Stop it there, True.
Yeah. Just call out some names. I listened to O'Shea Duke Jackson for years, and I had to put some comments in his comment section because I felt like a lot of people, black people can be racist. Let me just tell you like this. We can be racist sometimes, overly racist, and I know that's probably, people will say that's not possible, but
I don't care what race the woman that he chooses to love is, and I'm not going to even focus on that.
I think it is, and I think that because your old lady is Caucasian, a lot of people want to be against that. They want to say, oh, he with a snow bunny, and that's what I see more people were pressed on. More, you know that. They were pressed on more that she's Caucasian. If she was black, I don't think it would have been too much heat, but because she's white, oh my God.
I think that if a man is spending all of his time, day after day, telling people not to date single women, and they go and find out that he's been dating a single black mother, a single Asian mother, a single Indian mother for all of these years, that not only has one, but has 2 children, he would have got the same heat. Because his contradiction isn't the race that he's dating. His contradiction is that he's living a life that he's saying that he's going against.
He's with a white woman. We got him now, this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, Dr. Umar. You know what I'm saying?
I beg your pardon.
I'm just being real with you because I see your clips. I'm not sure if I follow the channel or not, but I see your clips. There you go. I see your clips all over social media.
My boy not even laughing with confidence, man. You're looking mad shaky right now, bro, to have all that confidence when you're on there trying to debate women.
Media, and it's always good knowledge. And I've watched a couple of the podcasts and stuff like that. And everybody says, oh man, that dude be spitting. But with humans, people are always trying to find something to knock you down. If they might think, oh, he's 6'4", he think he all that, or he handsome, the chicks like him and stuff like that.
Hey, Chris, if you ever come across this, I want to ask you a question. Why are you talking about everything except for the main thing? Why are you throwing out? When people tell you how they feel, you should believe them. People feel he's a hypocrite. You should be discussing him being a hypocrite. Why are you discussing race? Why are you trying to say that the audience is saying, oh, they're jealous of you because you're 6'4"? Ain't nobody talking about this man height. We talk about it. When are you going to get to the hypocrisy, Chris? You got to learn to stay on the subject, because it's like you're catering to him without going into the actual conversation of what's going on. And it becomes a waste of time. And if someone was to follow your rhetoric, Chris, you would want to make somebody debate whether they internally feel that they're upset that this man is 6'4", when we're telling you he has just been exposed as being a hypocrite. Talk about him being a hypocrite.
Like that, dudes are going to hate on other dudes.
But yeah, man, yo, funny, man, and no hate on my end. All these people that made the reactions, no hate, but it's just like you put out some propaganda, man. You weren't formally aware of exactly what actually went down. But anyways, Chris, I appreciate the call in. Have a blessed one, brother. I'm gonna see if I can get some haters in here.
Hey, Chris, thanks for flossing your teeth with my pubic hair and not focusing on the fact that wire.
You deem to be right. Marriage is something that is biblical. The laws currently don't follow the biblical standards of marriage because women are incentivized to divorce a man. So when a man is making a decision about things, he's going to make that decision with reason and logic, not with emotion.
So did you use your reason or logic before you impregnated a woman with multiple children, before you got big money on the platform? Just curious, especially for a woman who's
recreational use only.
But honestly, your relationship is none of my business. But the basic foundation of your relationship.
This guy made an entire video rebuttal. Shout out to you, but I'm like, why make a rebuttal to what he's saying, and don't say his reasoning for being a hypocrite? So hold on, let me see if I can find his actual. I want you guys to hear what he said. Why it's okay for him to do that, but no other man should do it. Let's just play the actual video and just go to it. All right.
This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want.
Man, shut up.
And I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
I'll let you do the math. After saying what I subjectively qualify for being a high quality, top quality, I don't know whatever words they say, man. Like that's sad that you can't even stand on your own words, bro. I really feel bad for you on that shit.
Before we go, what's your math saying?
A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character.
It's the edited version of the clip. So here's the full version of the clip, right? Let's go ahead and play that.
That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I
we're
don't
speaking
care about
about
going broke or none of that.
So since you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
when I'm in a
interested to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
As you can see in that clip,
that's the most cowardice move I've seen you do. Because when people feel like they're edited out of context, they're going to play the full clip. So at what portion did you say your 3 qualifications of being an alpha male or a top high quality man, and then say, I'll let you do the math? If it didn't go down the way you said, you would have played the whole clip. Well, you added it. All you did was add on the fact that you said that you're in a relationship. But you contradict yourself after saying that you're not. When you say, I'm not talking about myself, but then you list the qualifications and you say, I'll let you do the math. As a matter of fact, that clip wasn't even edited in that portion. There was no cut in on that. That was all one screen. So you still ended up saying the same thing. If not, you said that they should play the whole clip. Why don't you play the whole clip, since obviously you have it? Because you didn't just play it then.
I never said I was a top tier man. As you can also see in that clip, the woman, she spoke about values. I spoke about tiers. I spoke about the prerequisites, the things that a man has to meet before a woman even gives him a chance. So, generally speaking, women are attracted to height.
Now you're not making sense. That doesn't make any sense. Because you're saying you listed those 3 qualifications, right? So you're saying that a woman should not date any man on the planet unless they're 6'4", they make over 100K. That's what that doesn't make any fucking sense in the world. So if you were born 6'3", a woman shouldn't date you. This is what happens when you're emotional and you rush back to make a response without thinking it through, because you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. So no man should date nobody unless they're over 6'4". You know damn well that's not what you was fucking saying, bro.
Income and race. That's to get the man in the door. The values and his character and his personality and him being a virtuous individual, that comes after the man meets the woman's prerequisites. So what that woman just stated was,
if you truly believe the lie you're saying right now, you have no game. Like, I will feel bad for you if you were born 6 feet tall. A real man gonna get that woman no matter what. No matter what. A real man don't lean upon his height to get a woman. You either got game or you don't. It feels like you find these things very important for you in order to get a woman. But a real man knows how to talk to a woman, any kind of woman.
Manipulation. She spoke about the effects. I actually spoke about the cause.
I do know that they murdered you for saying manipulation, but I don't care about stuff like that. I care about the more important stuff. So I'll skip that.
I went to the root of it. So think about it. If a woman actually did meet a man and he embodied all of those values that woman stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance. And most women wouldn't either. Now, since you just watched that clip and you got the truth, now let's get into the next.
That's my favorite part. When someone pieced together a bunch of bullshit and then they wrap it up as if you have to assume that everything was correct. So we're going to wrap this up. It's like a nice sales trick that people do. It's always funny to me. In a situation like this, I'm like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to assume that everything you said. Because first of all, I'm going to go back and repeat everything you did. You did not play the full clip. You even played less than what they played. You did not say that these were the prerequisites for a woman to date a man, period. If you did, that's the biggest horse shit I ever heard of. And if you really believe that these are the only thing a man needs to get with a woman, then you have no game at all. I'm going to go back and remind that person, because what I'm not going to do is let you leave the conversation as if that bullshit was true.
Lie that they told.
That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow.
So as you all just witnessed in that clip, it shows that, oh, well, Cooley is saying these things about not dating a single mom, but he's actually dating one. So hypocritical. Well, let's actually play some clips where I always speak about these things on my podcast.
I'm about to murk you right quick. Watch this.
And I've never lied about my life. And I have almost 2 million followers on TikTok where it shows my personal life. So how can they be exposing anything when I put this out there for the world to see? And I've spoke about these things many times on my podcast. You're in the 18 percentile like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything.
You are about to lie. I'm surprised O'Shea never caught this. So this is on your YouTube channel. You just said that you got with a single mother on your YouTube channel. I'm going to show how that don't matter, but that's going to be later. But for right now, I just realized you lied. Because on the YouTube channel, before you were exposed, this is the reason you can date a single mother. Your reasoning for dating a single mother prior to being exposed is that you were young. We were young. We were 25. I had a kid. She had a kid. I don't know why you having a kid, she having a kid means anything in relation to you spewing hundreds of videos telling people not to date a single mother. That's not a rebuttal. You're just stating that you are a hypocrite. But I'm going to hold you accountable for the words that come out. Prior to being exposed, your excuse right now out of your own mouth is that you guys were young. Hold that right there. And let's see what you say after you're exposed.
We were kind of just young together figuring things out. Okay, so now you just heard that clip where you got the truth now.
O'Shea, if you ain't catch this, here go another video for you, my boy.
Now let's get into another clip where I actually tell men that don't have any kids not to date single moms. Men that do have kids that have full custody of their kids, that's an exception to the rule if you have full custody of your kids, because only 18% of fathers win custody battles. So you're in the exception, man. And when you have full custody of your kid, women that don't have kids necessarily don't understand the obligations that it takes when having kids. So if you can find a woman that doesn't have kids that does understand the obligations, that's a great thing. But if you...
I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly before I break you down. Now you're saying after being exposed, the gray shirt right here is after being exposed. Prior to being exposed in a red shirt, you said, hey man, I was young, I was 25. You have full free reign. You have hundreds of fucking videos. Hundreds of videos. None of these videos do you show, hey, if you have a child, then at that point, it's okay to date a woman with a child. Why didn't you say this before? Someone who's telling the truth is going to be consistent prior to being exposed and after being exposed. Why did you modify it? Now, I believe you're a crock of shit. I believe you're fake. I believe that you're just saying talking points for someone else, or you would make two different excuses. But now let's talk about your second excuse. Wouldn't you have a channel? And this is what I tell people all the time, especially when I know I caught somebody in a lie, or a relationship caught a girl in a lie, or whatever. You are passionate about the first thing that comes out of your mouth. The first thing that comes out of your mouth is what you care about the most, or why would you say it after the fourth thing, sixth thing? So if your passion, true passion, was in getting men, like if you got a kid, at that point, I need to make a bunch of videos telling men, hey, don't get with a woman who doesn't have a kid, because she's not going to know the obligations and things that you have to go through. On the actual talking point, I agree with you, because I do the same thing. I got children, so it's best. I feel more comfortable dating a woman that does have children, because she will understand what you have to go through as a parent. The actual information I agree with. But what I don't agree with is I think that you're a fucking liar. I don't think that that's the real reason, or you would have said it. You would have had a bunch of videos showing this. Instead, you don't even mention this. You just say, hey, I was young, so I fucked up. Before being exposed, when you got the world at your fucking shoulders, you wanted the world to know, I made a mistake when I was young, but now that I'm older, I'm telling you what to do. If you really felt that way, the only thing out of your mouth would have been, if you got children, then go ahead and have children. You didn't do that until after you was exposed. This will be all over your channels. Every time you get a bunch of women on your panel, as they're hearing how you saying it's so horrible to date single mothers, they will be hearing you screaming from the rooftop how men with children should date women with children. Yet you haven't fucking done it, because you don't believe the words that's coming out of your mouth. You think it's okay to get with a woman who has children. For that, that's cool. I agree with you. But you also understand the fastest way up is to make content putting down women. It's controversial. The people who dislike you can't turn away from looking, so they're going to watch you. You're going to get views from them. And then the little losers who don't know how to get women, who doesn't have the attributes, who doesn't have the money, they're going to watch you because they're fucking losers. You also know that there's a hole to fill for people to watch, because Kevin Samuels, dead, fresh and fit, demonetized. Even people who believe in red pill rhetoric are running away from it and not claiming it, such as a DJ Academics. He believes in that, but he disses himself because he's smart enough to know when you make it to the top, ABBA and Preach and all of them are going to kill you. And after everybody kill you and nobody watches you anymore, you're going to say something and you're going to get demonetized anyway. That's the root for all red pillars. So You're doing this as a come up, a quick come up to make money. You're not doing this because you believe in the merits of your own argument that you studied from men who have failed before you.
If you can't, then there's a higher probability that a woman that has kids, she can understand those obligations. But there's many red flags that those single moms be having. So still try to avoid them. But if you can find one that doesn't have all of those red flags.
Now, here's the most damaging thing about you, bro. She's your girl, right? So I'm going to assume, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, I'm going to assume you love her. I'm going to assume you think you're alpha male. If somebody tries to attack her, you're going to have her back. I'm going to assume you give your life for her. I'm going to assume that you give her life for y'all have a whole family. You give your life for your children. And when I say children, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to assume you have 4 children, right? Or are you playing house? See, here's the problem. If you believe you have 4 children, and by 4, I mean 2. You have 2 biological children and you have 2 stepchildren. Y'all have a girl, and a family of 4, correct? In this family environment that you have for a woman that you would give your life for, a woman that you would love, you spend all your time on YouTube putting her down. You put her down because she was a single mother. She was a single mother until she met you. A guy stepped to the plate and came in her life and loved her children. But what's even worse, and what I'm scared about your family environment is how her 2 children, her 2 sons must feel. There's a new man stepping into their life that they have to wake up with in the house every single day, that they listen to your rules, that they love having a father figure around. And for being there, I commend you for that. I mean that seriously, my boy. But to know that one of those children is 15 years old, teenage age, who's always got a phone around, and her sons got to wake up and look at the stepdad that they love, put down them video after video after video. My mom is recreational use only. My mom is recreational use only. To see that these are the talking points, and then you log off, slide up from your chair, go downstairs, eat at the table, and be a stepdad to them, it's fucking disgusting to me. The first thing that comes out of your mouth is what you truly feel. That's why it's almost instinctual when it comes out first. And the first thing out of your mouth every day is to put down your stepchildren's mother, which is putting them down too. My mom ain't shit, because my mom made a choice to be single. My mom is recreational use only. You wake up every single day, log onto YouTube, and provide money for your loving family by putting down 50% of your loving family. When a man steps into the role as a stepfather, once he decides that he wants to be in a relationship with this woman, he's supposed to be willing to die for them kids. You're supposed to love them kids exactly as you love your own children. And you are setting an environment in your own household. Your son is too small, he's a baby, but your daughter is old enough. You're putting into these little 2 white boys' faces the special treatment or the special way that you feel about your daughter. Every single day you fucking wake up. And I find that disgusting as a man.
Flags, but you have a kid, maybe it's not a bad idea. But still, it's nonsensical to even say, because generally speaking, most of them do. I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule. With that being said, I still recommend you guys stay.
Imagine the children at school talking shit about her sons. Children can be cruel, especially around high school age. He's in 9th, 10th grade at 10 years old. Just imagine what the other kids are saying as he walks down the hallway and they play his stepdad video talking shit like this. You got to be cognitive and you got to be aware of your situation, right? It's one thing when you're black and she's white and you got biracial children in the house. It's another thing when you walk into a situation and the children are 100% one race. They're 100% black or they're 100% white. Because you got to look at it like, you got to prove to these children in any situation like this that you do love them. And it does physically makes it easier in the child's head when they look similar. You walk into a situation, you got biracial children, and then the girl got biracial children. It's more in the face when you walk in a situation as a black man and you walk into it with a biracial daughter and she got 100% white boys. And then what makes it worse is when you bring a biracial son into the mix. We don't look like his daughter. He's going to come in here loving the fuck out of his daughter, and we don't look like her. We don't look like him. But one advantage we got, we're boys. So now he gets to play and do the dad and son thing with us. So maybe that can help us out. But now he got his own biracial little boy. And while he got his own biracial little boy, he got his biracial daughter that don't look like us. He's going blind. And he's saying this shit about our mother. You have to ask yourself, and this is a lot of money. When you come up the way you came up, you're making good money, my bro. But for your soul, for as a man, for your own integrity, is that money worth the damage you could be causing these children viewing your content online that's looking to you as a father figure?
Away from single moms. The man has bigger stake if he chooses to date.
Yo, shout out to Medusa, appreciate that super chat, and shout out to my man V Conley, always support me over the years, man. 28th birthday, congrats, man. Congrats to you and your family and your lovely lady. Appreciate that, man. You should be out. Make sure you have some fun tonight for the B-Day, man, or the B-Day weekend. Oh, he is having fun. He said catch the replay. Gotcha, my guy.
A single mother and take her seriously because she comes with kids. Now, a man that has kids and a woman that has kids, okay, that's a mixed family. It's like, okay, y'all both coming in with baggage. But a man that doesn't have no kids shouldn't look a single mom's way. So there has been no lies. Nothing has been exposed. I've always talked about this stuff on my full panel podcast.
So this is why I expose another hole in you, right? Like, I don't know why people do not care to be effective. You make me sound like I'm repeating my fucking self, and I have to repeat it because you guys never show that you care to be effective. If you go on a podcast and you say something one time and you have hundreds of videos, and these hundreds of videos, you're saying the exact opposite, what are people going to pick up? You don't have to trust me on this. You don't even have to believe me, even though it's fucking common sense. If you shout to the rooftops, do not date single fucking women, they're recreational use only. You didn't say, do not date single women, they're recreational use only unless you have children. If you come out and you said it on one video, but you got hundreds always coming at women saying the exact opposite, what do you think people are going to believe? Again, you don't have to believe me. This is not my opinion, because if what I'm saying is wrong, your feet wouldn't be held to the fire right now. All of your comments would be positive comments. Every time somebody make a video about you, every comment made would be negative towards the person making a video about you, because they would say, he already says this. This is what he preaches. That's not what you preach. That's what you said in an episode. What you preach is that single women are not worthy of dating. That's what you preach. That's the ideology that you put out here to the world, away from your TikTok. If you care to be effective, this is something that you shouldn't have been exposed for all of us to know.
With women and on my debate shows when I have men on. So a hypocrite is someone that tells someone, I don't do this, that ain't me, I don't stand for this, but
you literally, repeatedly, and you're a grown man, you make your own choices, you consistently just say don't date single women. That's what you preach. and you dated a single woman. That is hypocrisy. That's the definition of hypocrisy. There's a difference between you saying something on a podcast once and the rhetoric that you put out to the world. Your reputation isn't a reputation of, if you have no children, date a woman with no children. That would be a better solution. Your reputation is, no one should date single women. So you have to ask yourself, why are you not effective? I don't think you're not. I don't think you're ineffective because you're a dumbass. I think you're ineffective on purpose. I think you said it one time so you can have that clip to show. But you can go on preaching the same rhetoric because this is the rhetoric that gets you views because it's polarizing.
Then they go ahead out and do it. That's what a hypocrite is. Just want to let y'all know. That is true. We can all agree to that. So all of these podcasts that's making reactions to me, they saying that I'm hypocritical because they think that, oh, here's another red pill guy making talking points like all of these other podcasts. So he must view himself as like a bachelor and this high value guy where.
Okay, let's say you're correct. Now we know all the information to include your rebuttal and what you have to say back. So you thought that we were misinformed and you are informing us. Okay. From the information that you just said, if I wake up every single day and all I do is have Nazi talking points, I have hundreds of videos. I go on here and I debate Jews and I say a whole bunch of Nazi rhetoric. And then on one video, I say, I don't really believe everything they say. I then go on to continue to spew Nazi rhetoric every fucking day. And I got people who love Nazis that's coming to my channel and bigging me up and loving me for it. And in the comment section, they're saying more propaganda. It doesn't matter that I said something one time. I preach Nazi rhetoric. You preach don't date single women. This is no longer coming from a place of ignorance as you claim, because I've seen your video. I'm playing your video back. I'm hearing everything you said. You're either willfully ignorant so you can continue to put out a propaganda because you think it'll get views, or you're a dumbass. Which one is it?
If you watch No Fugazi, I'm not a bachelor. I'm a father. So my values and everything that I embody is much different from these other type of red pill podcasts that y'all watch. Y'all just new people coming in right now. Just talk.
So let me break down what he means when he says that I'm a father. He's saying that I'm not basing my decision off love. I'm basing my decision on I have custody of my daughter, and it's best to find her someone who has children too, so she can understand, what I have to go through as a single father. That information is correct. That would be a better situation for him to get himself involved in. However, you know what I like that these women are doing? These single women that you wake up every day to put down? They're looking for both. I want to have love. But in having love, I need to think about my child too and take that into consideration when I'm trying to find a man to be in love with. Unless you flat out don't care about love, you're saying that you're incapable of looking for both? That's what you want to preach to men? Just go find you a woman who got kids. In your earlier clip, you said that there are different tiers and different qualifications and all these other things that men should have. Why don't you preach the other stuff that a man with a child should look for instead of just a woman with a child as well too? Why isn't this why aren't you known for this? Why aren't these your talking points? Because you don't give a fuck.
Talking a whole lot. So it's like having an essay on a book that's 20 chapters and you only read 4 of the chapters and then you make it.
Your entire book is read. And I'm going to show another clip that was recent. It's going to be funny because now I'm going to show Ivan preach.
Conclusion off the book based off of those 4 chapters that you read. So a lot of people in the comments and stuff like that currently right now is like, oh no.
I've never in my life heard this guy talk like this. Humped over shoulders, soft voice. It's like And y'all done seen me in drama. Y'all done seen me in smoke. Y'all done seen people come at me. I'm the same way. If not, I'm more animated, if anything, because it's fun. Debating is fun when it's only even playing around and I get to speak. It's fun. But this guy looks so defeated. If you believe the words that's coming out of your mouth, why do you look so defeated, my boy?
He's just trying to cover up. No, bro, you don't watch my content. As you've seen, I lost no subscribers. My Instagram is still the same. So all of this noise and stuff like that, my true supporters are still rocking with me. Y'all just here. Y'all knew. So since y'all knew, y'all gonna...
And I'm a problem because I stay on the subject. There's nothing in me that wants to look and see if you lost subscribers or not, because I genuinely don't care about that. I care about only the topic that's at hand. And it feels like it's just sort of like a deflection, you know. Let me see. I want to do a 2-in-1. I want to play O'Shea Duke Jackson playing Abba and Preach's video.
Good, everybody. It's your boy, Hypocrit. I'll give him credit. The hairline and everything was great. And it was pretty much because of his mistakes. But no Fugazee ain't no punk.
Stop the show.
I'll give him credit. They say he'll pull up, and he might even whoop my ass. Ask him himself. But he went to fly all the way to Africa to get this fade, because if he come over here, I'm running.
I love the method that O'Shea Jackson does. He takes away all of your strengths right at the beginning. No Podcast likes to issue a challenge, so he's like, hey, I'll fight you, I'll fight anybody, I'll fly you out, I'll fight you. O'Shea starts the video like, yo, if you fly out here to try to fight me, I'm gonna run. And then when somebody does that, it just flattens the air out of your tire. It's just like, I ain't gonna lie, I would never do that shit. You know, just as a man, just me personally, goddamn, so let somebody run up in my face, you're gonna find out the hard way. But as a strategy, I like that O'Shea Jackson does that.
Rewind. But let's get back to the show. You guys are distracting me. The No Fugazee podcast guy, Mr. David Cooley, I really don't have a problem with him. I don't dislike the guy. I think he's a likable guy. He's just a guy who is not truthful. And he's a guy who lies. That's the only thing wrong with Mr. No Fugazee. So I don't have a personal issue with him. I don't need to really call him corny or anything like that. He's not a person that's being truthful. I'm not the only.
From this point on, just one last thing to let y'all know this dude fake. All his future content, he should solely be saying, and he should make it clear when he has a panel full of women, that he personally feels that you should not date single women if you have no kids. He needs to say no kids, because like, I don't think he's being ineffective, because I think he's doing it on purpose. But there's no other option. He's either doing it on purpose, but there's no other option. He's either doing it on purpose or he's highly ineffective. But if you are purpose or he's highly ineffective. But if you are ineffective and you want to create an atmosphere where people are ineffective, and you want to create an atmosphere where people will never get used again, you will go out to be more detailed. But he's not going to do it, because that's not what brings money.
Person that realizes that. Another entity that realized that too is Abba and Preach. Now, Abba and Preach, it's really bad when you get onto Abba and Preach's radar. But No Fugazee has done that 3 different times in the last 3 weeks. And they have a new video called Dumb Podcaster Calls His Fans Low IQ. Now, before we get into that, No Fugazee podcast, he believes some really weird things, such as doing this with your barber.
Myself, personally, I truly think it's weird if another man touches your hair.
But I've literally been getting my haircut with my barber for like 10 years. Like, we locked in for 10 years.
Notice, that's what I'm saying. Nobody keeps the same energy. He's on another podcast in someone's face. He's not cutting them off all the time. He's actually in conversation. But when you go on his channel, he mutes you, changes the subject where no one can hear you, and then issues a fight.
So like,
I'm not just gonna switch and go to
is that
somebody else and get a cut.
Is that a
Like,
relationship, or is that just like a good, you know what I'm saying, like a good Barbie?
I think it's feminine.
Bruh, I don't know anything about that, but hey, if you like it, I love it. But let's kind of get into the.
While I'm not saying anything, I just feel like it's just dumb. It's just so stupid. It's like I've never seen so many people care about the fear of homosexuality than someone claims that they're so heterosexual and